when people heard I was going to Missouri on my mission, they kind of automatically assumed that we'd have a lot of church history in our mission. But the truth is, we took in 2/3 of Missouri and then a third, kind of the bottom third of Illinois. And unfortunately, most of the church sites and the church history took place a little further west. So we didn't have any real church sites in our mission. But I loved the diversity that was present in my mission. I love the fact that you could serve in St. Louis, you could serve in the city, we called it the inner city. You could serve right downtown where there were projects, and the housing was all crammed together and lots of people, and a lot of times that was more of the modest, poor sections of the city. And then the flip side of that is you could serve way out in the country. You could be out in Illinois, down in the south or even further east, and you could be in farmland. And I remember when I served in Illinois a couple of different times, sometimes when we tracted, especially in the smaller towns, it would take us a while to walk between farm to farm. We spent a lot of time walking in some of those smaller places. And for me, I really loved that change. I loved the diversity of being in those different areas, because the people were different in those places. In Illinois, in the smaller towns, even in Missouri, down south in some of the smaller towns, they tend to just move a little bit slower. Life moves at a different pace, and people are a little more patient and willing to talk and open up. Whereas when you're in the city, people are moving quicker. The pace is faster. It's a little more frantic. People are more in business, and you get a different experience, especially when you're trying to contact people. So I just love that diversity. And as I was able to travel throughout my mission, I have different experiences, just great memories of all those kinds of places. I love serving in small towns because I like to get to know people, and there was always the missionaries had a presence there, and people would recognize them and wave, and there was a little bit of a community feel. Whereas in the big city, we were just one of hundreds of thousands of people rushing and bustling around and trying to teach people and find people in the city. We followed a lot of referrals in downtown St. Louis, and a lot of our time would be spent following up on people looking for Books of Mormon or calling in about TV commercials they'd seen about the church and things like that. So that's why I grew to love that part of the country so much, is the diversity. It's a beautiful place and a lot of different people living in a fairly close proximity.